Welcome, dear friends. Today is a beautiful day, not because of the weather, not because of the news, but because we're here, together, ready to talk about something that can make your life just a little brighter, a little lighter, and a lot more joyful. We're talking about hobbies, but not just any hobbies. We're talking about trying something new, exploring a different corner of yourself, reaching for joy again. Remember this, you are not too old to try something new. You're just in time. Have you ever felt like your days are starting to look the same? The same cup of coffee, the same chair, the same routine? It's not bad. But maybe, just maybe, it's a little too quiet. A new hobby might be the spark you didn't even realize you were missing. It's like opening a window in a room that hasn't been aired out in a while. Suddenly, there's a breeze of energy, curiosity, and even excitement. Trying something new gives your mind a challenge. And believe it or not, your brain loves a good challenge. Even in your 60s, 70s, or 80s. Especially then. In fact, a 2014 study published in Psychological Science found that older adults who learned complex new skills, such as digital photography or quilting, showed significant improvements in memory function. Not just during the activity, but long after. Why? Because learning builds new neural pathways. It's like sending your brain to the gym. Each time you try something unfamiliar, like picking up a paintbrush for the first time or learning to grow herbs on your windowsill, your brain wakes up. And that's not all. Hobbies are deeply linked to emotional well-being. When you spend time doing something you love, your body releases feel-good chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. These help reduce feelings of stress, anxiety, and even depression. In other words, hobbies are medicine. Natural, side-effect-free, joyful medicine. For many seniors, retirement brings more than just free time. It can bring an identity shift. After years of working, caregiving, or raising a family, it's easy to wonder, what now? A hobby can be your answer to that question. It gives you something to look forward to, a reason to get up in the morning, a reason to laugh, to create, to be curious again. Hobbies also help reduce the risk of cognitive decline and certain diseases. When your mind stays active, your body follows. And when you feel more connected to something meaningful, your immune system may even benefit, according to various wellness studies. But most importantly, hobbies help us feel young again. Not young in the sense of age or appearance, but young in the heart. Curious, engaged, joyful. Remember that version of yourself who used to get excited about learning something new? That part of you is still there. Maybe it's been quiet for a while, but it's not gone. It's just waiting for you to pick up that book, that brush, that instrument, or that recipe, and try. So the next time your day feels like a quiet repeat of the one before, pause. Ask yourself, what is something I've always wanted to try but never did? The answer might be the key to your next great adventure. Now let's dive into the heart of today's journey. What can you actually do to bring joy, purpose, and energy back into your days? The answer might surprise you, because it's not found in some complicated new routine. It's found in something wonderfully simple, trying something new. Here are some hobbies that aren't just fun. They're healing, inspiring, and deeply human. 1. Painting or coloring. Let your feelings speak. You don't need to be an artist. You don't even need to know what you're doing. Just start with a paintbrush or even a box of colored pencils. You see, art isn't about being good. It's about expressing what you feel without judgment. Some days you may paint a sunset. Other days you may just fill the page with colors that match your mood. That's beautiful. That's real. That's therapy. Art can calm your thoughts, ease anxiety, and give you something tangible to hold after a long, quiet day. 2. Writing memoirs. Your story deserves to be remembered. You have lived through decades of life. Joys, struggles, triumphs, heartbreaks. You carry a story that no one else on earth can tell, because it's yours. Writing your memories down isn't just good for your mind, it's an act of legacy. a gift to those who come after you. Start small. Write about your first love, a family recipe you still remember by heart, the sound of your childhood home. These aren't just journal entries, they are living history, and when you look back, you'll realize how far you've come and how deeply you've lived. 3. Gardening. Healing in every leaf. There's something sacred about touching the earth, about planting something and watching it grow. Gardening is not just a hobby, it's a relationship with life itself. Whether you're growing vegetables, herbs, flowers, or succulents, gardening teaches patience, rhythm, and renewal. Even 5 minutes a day of watering plants or trimming dead leaves gives your day a sense of movement and care. And when those first buds bloom, oh, what a quiet kind of joy that is. 4. Learning an instrument. Let the music come alive in you. Music doesn't care how old you are. It never did. Whether you're picking up a piano for the first time, strumming a ukulele, or learning to sing harmony, it's never too late. Studies have shown that music can help improve memory, coordination, and even help reduce the symptoms of dementia. But more than anything, music awakens the soul. It reconnects us to emotions we thought we had forgotten. Learn to play a song you used to dance to in your youth, and suddenly you're there again. Not in the past, but in your heart. 5. Crafting. Creating with purpose. There is a quiet power in making something with your hands. Whether you're knitting, crocheting, sewing, woodworking, or building puzzles, crafting is more than just keeping busy. It's slowing down. It's pouring love into something tangible. And the finished piece, a scarf, a blanket, a birdhouse, is a small triumph. Something you can hold and say, I made this. That kind of pride, it's pure gold. 6. Photography. See the world anew. Photography teaches you to look again. You don't need a fancy camera. A smartphone will do. Walk around your home, your street, your garden. Notice the light, the shadows, the way a flower leans toward the sun. Photography turns ordinary moments into little miracles. And when you capture them, you're not just taking pictures, you're collecting beauty. You're training your eyes to say, look at this. Isn't life still full of wonder? 7. Dancing or senior Zumba. Move with joy. Don't think of it as exercise. Think of it as music moving through your body. Whether you're dancing in your kitchen to old love songs or joining a senior Zumba class at your local center, moving your body releases endorphins. It lifts your mood, and it reminds you that you're still alive, not just existing. Even if you're seated, you can sway your arms, tap your feet, roll your shoulders. The goal isn't performance. The goal is joy. And more. Endless paths to explore. There are hobbies for every kind of soul. Try puzzles to keep your mind sharp. Try calligraphy for elegance. Try birdwatching for serenity. Try baking for the sweet aroma of home. You might fall in love with something you never expected. The important thing isn't what you do, it's that you do it, that you give yourself the gift of something new. In life, there are times when we enjoy the peace of being alone, and there are times when we long for connection, laughter, and voices around us. The same is true with hobbies. Some are quiet and deeply personal, like reading, painting, or writing. Others are shared, like joining a knitting circle, dancing in a community class, or volunteering at a local garden. And here's the beautiful truth. Both are good. You don't have to choose one or the other. You just need to find the rhythm that fits your life, your energy, your mood, your needs. The power of solo hobbies. Let's begin with solo hobbies, the quiet, personal ones. These are the activities that let you breathe, that allow you to go inward, to slow down. Think of reading a book by the window, or tending to your houseplants in the morning light, or journaling your thoughts at the end of the day. Solo hobbies give you time to reflect. They offer mental rest, especially after years of busy schedules, responsibilities, and social obligations. They remind you that your own company is enough, that you are allowed to enjoy your own thoughts, your own space, your own pace. These hobbies can be deeply restorative, like quiet prayer, meditation, sketching, bird watching, or even listening to music in silence. They are moments of solitude, not loneliness. And that distinction is important. The gift of social hobbies. But then, there are social hobbies, the ones that bring people together, the ones filled with conversation, movement, and shared purpose. A 2020 study by the National Institute on Aging found that older adults who participated in meaningful group activities like community art classes, choir groups, or walking clubs reported better physical health, lower levels of depression, and even longer lifespans. Why? Because social engagement gives us something we all need: connection, a reason to dress up, a reason to go out, a reason to laugh, to listen, to be listened to. Social hobbies also hold us accountable. When you join a group class or meet up with friends for Tai Chi in the park, you're more likely to stick with the activity. And let's not forget, community brings joy. The kind of joy that fills a room, that lifts the soul, that reminds you, you are not alone. The magic is in the balance. So, which one should you choose, solo or social? The answer is simple: both. Balance is everything. Maybe your morning begins in silence, writing in your journal with a cup of tea, and your afternoon is spent at the community center, painting with friends or chatting over a game of dominoes. Maybe you crochet on your own, then donate your work to a hospital, connecting your hands with someone else's heart. You can even turn solo hobbies into social ones. Join an online group for photography. Share your baking creations with neighbors. The line between alone and together isn't a wall. It's a bridge, and you get to cross it as often as you like. Listen to what you need. Some days you'll crave quiet. Other days you'll crave laughter and voices. The key is to listen to what your heart needs that day. Not what the world expects, not what a schedule says, but what you need to feel full, to feel whole. That's the beauty of this season in life. You have the freedom to choose. Your days can hold both stillness and connection. So whether you're sitting peacefully with a book or clapping your hands to a rhythm in a dance class, know this: both paths are part of the same journey. A journey toward joy, a journey toward deeper, richer living, one that honors who you are and who you're still becoming. So maybe by now your heart is stirring. You're thinking, yes, I want to try something new, but where do I begin? The truth is, starting something new can feel intimidating no matter your age, but it doesn't have to be. You don't need to take a big leap. You just need to take one gentle step forward. Here are a few simple, powerful tips to help you get started. 1. Start small. Just 10 minutes a day. You don't need to change your whole routine. You don't need to dedicate hours or make a big commitment. Just 10 minutes a day is enough. 10 minutes to sketch a flower. 10 minutes to listen to music while tapping your toes. 10 minutes to write a memory, to water a plant, to look at the sky through your phone's camera. The secret is not in how much time you spend, but in showing up with intention. Over time, those 10 minutes will add up, and they might just become the best part of your day. 2. Don't aim for perfect. Enjoy the process. One of the biggest reasons we hesitate to try something new is fear. Fear of doing it wrong. Fear of not being good enough. But let me tell you something important. This is not about perfection. It's not about painting a masterpiece, writing a bestseller, or becoming a professional musician. It's about joy. It's about discovery. It's about letting your hands move and your heart lead. In this season of life, you've earned the right to create without pressure. To enjoy the journey, messy, beautiful, imperfect as it may be. 3. Join a group, don't go it alone. Everything is easier when we do it together. If you're feeling unsure about where to begin, find a local community center, senior group, or church class. Many offer free or low-cost hobby groups, knitting circles, art classes, walking clubs, even music groups. Being with others keeps you motivated. You learn together, laugh together, and share stories. And sometimes the friendships you form along the way become just as valuable as the hobby itself. If you prefer online communities, there are also wonderful hobby groups on Facebook, YouTube, and other senior-friendly platforms. 4. Be curious, let wonder lead the way. You don't need to have it all figured out. In fact, the best hobbies often come from exploration. Try something just for fun. Take a free class online, visit a library, watch a how-to video. If something catches your interest, even just a little, follow it. Let your curiosity be the guide. And if you try something and don't enjoy it, that's okay. You're not failing, you're discovering. Life at this stage is full of possibilities, and the best ones often come when we're simply open to something new. 5. You are never too old to begin again. If there's one thing I want you to remember from this entire video, it's this. You are never too old to begin again. Not too old to paint, not too old to dance, not too old to learn, laugh, or dream. Society may tell us that growing older means slowing down, giving up, or fading into the background. But you and I both know that's not true. Growing older can mean growing freer. Freer to do what you want. Freer to express, to explore, to enjoy life deeply and fully. And beginning a new hobby is one of the most life-affirming ways to say, I'm still here, I'm still learning, I'm still living, so start small. Let go of perfection. Find your people. Stay curious. And know that this beautiful, simple act of starting something new might just be the beginning of your next great adventure. So, my dear friend, let's pause together for a moment. You've just taken time for yourself to listen, to learn, to imagine something new. And that, in itself, is a beautiful first step. Now, I'd love to ask you a simple but powerful question. What hobby will you try next? Maybe it's something you've always wanted to do, but life got busy. Maybe it's something that surprised you during this video, something that made your heart say, yes, that one. Whatever it is, big or small, messy or graceful, it matters. Because saying yes to a hobby is saying yes to life, to new moments, new laughter, new joy. Let's make this a space where we lift each other up. Share your answer in the comments below. What hobby are you thinking of starting or restarting? Have you tried something new lately that brought you joy? Do you have a story to inspire others? Your words might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. Let's inspire each other, heart to heart, across miles and time zones. And if this video brought you comfort, ideas, or even just a moment of peace, don't forget to like this video. It tells the platform that more seniors should see this. Hit subscribe and tap the bell icon so you won't miss our next video on joyful living, healthy aging, and meaningful days. This channel is your space, a space for growth, hope, and connection at any age. Because you, my friend, you are not too old. You are not too late. You are just right for something new. You are worthy of joy. You are worthy of discovery. You are worthy of waking up tomorrow with something to look forward to. So take a breath, smile gently, and remember, this isn't the end. It's the beginning. Let's begin together.